What is up, everybody? It is Saintsfan. Today, finally, I am back. I'll get into why I was gone in a second here, but today I'm going to be showing you guys how to get the Jet as one of your personal vehicles. You can fit it in your garage. You can actually get your mechanic to bring it to you. It is really awesome, really cool, and it beats going to the military base and trying to get it and dying, over and over to get the Jet. It beats that every time. So if you enjoy this video, don't forget to leave a like, and as always, subscribe so you don't miss out on any other awesome GTA content. Alright, so long story short about why I was gone for the past couple weeks. If you follow me on Twitter, you pretty much know what everything's about, but I actually got 2 strikes on my channel, and both of them were actually falsely accused of, and of course, trying to appeal to YouTube, it takes forever, and I got in touch with some people, and I'm trying to get them removed, because actually if you get 3, then your channel's gone, and it sucks that people can falsely flag and report a video for being inappropriate. One of the videos that got deleted was a news video, the free Beach Bum DLC, and that one was considered inappropriate. So I don't know what happened, who it was, because it was a community guideline strike. It didn't tell me like who did it, so I can't find them and ask them like what's up and everything. But it did kind of suck, because obviously I couldn't post for you guys for 2 weeks, and freaking some of you guys were saying I was dead or something. I don't know what that was about, but that was kind of funny. But anyway, guys, we are back, so let's get right into this video and what it is about. So I'm gonna be showing you guys, like I said, how to get a Jet into your garage. Alright, so obviously the first step, you need a Jet. So you can go to the military base, go get one. It's not too hard. I think there's actually a couple of ways to get one without getting the stars on you, but it's it's not too hard. Just keep trying, you'll eventually get it. And once you do, you're gonna want to drive it away, get the stars off you, obviously, and then you're gonna want to drive it to your apartment. Now, one thing that I do want to mention is to land this thing, you want to make sure you're flying as low as to the ground as possible before you hit the brakes, which is LT or the left trigger. Because if you're actually up in the air and you hit that, you'll actually nosedive down and you'll probably crash the Jet. So just make sure you are sort of going a little bit slower, put the wheels down, then go lower to the ground, then hit the LT button to slow it down, and then you should be good. Now here's the tricky part, because my apartment's the 400K one, so it's actually kind of easy because there's this big road right here. But if you do have an apartment that's sort of not by a bigger road, it may be a little bit harder, so just keep that in mind. And if you do need to upgrade to your apartment, then you're just gonna have to buy a new apartment. Now once you drive it up to your garage, you're gonna want to park it sort of on the right side. You're gonna see here in a second, it takes me a couple times because obviously the Jet's not easy to drive. And here's actually the most delicate part of the process, because if you do hit the Jet and damage it enough, it will actually stop working, and the Jet or the engine will go out and you can't get it, and then you have to go get another Jet, which is kind of a pain because you have to go all the way back to the military base, and it's just a pain. So you want to be very careful right here. Now, like I said, you want to drive it sort of on the right side, and the innermost missile on the right side, you want to make sure you want to hit that wall, sort of where that blue marker is, as you see I'm gonna sort of do. Now, like I said, I'm doing it at this apartment. If it's a different apartment, just get it a little bit similar to what I'm doing here, because what you're gonna want to do is once you get out, the whole goal is to get it so where you're sort of stuck in that little corner right there, and you teleport into the cockpit after a couple of seconds. So you can just try that over and over again and see if you teleport, and if you don't teleport into it without walking around, then you haven't done it right, and you might want to move the Jet a little bit. Now once you get it parked in the right location, what you're going to want to do is pull out your phone and call anybody that can give you a job. It doesn't really matter who. All you want to do is call somebody that when you call them, they get the little screen at the top left that either says request a job or whatever, because for some reason when that screen is up, you can't actually access the garage, and that is actually how you are going to test this thing out. As you see, the blue dot went away, so we can go up to the garage door and nothing's gonna happen, which is really helpful, because obviously if you mess up, then you're gonna go into your garage and it's just a really big pain. Okay, so once you have the phone menu up, what you're gonna want to do is sort of come in this general area where I am, hit Y, eventually you'll find the right spot and you'll teleport into the Jet. I think it takes around 2.2 or 2.3 seconds to actually teleport into the Jet. And what you want to do, as soon as you actually teleport into the Jet, you hit B to get the menu screen off, and you'll see in a second that's what actually triggers the glitch to work to get the Jet into your garage. So it is a trial and error process. It is going to take you some time. If you do it too late, you'll obviously just sit in the Jet. If you do it too early, you go into the garage, which does kind of suck, because then you got to walk back out and wait for all the loading times and stuff. But you will eventually get it if you do it right and you time it perfectly. Like I said, you can even use an iPhone timer if you want to get it exactly. It took me actually only a couple of tries, just sort of counting it out in my head, all right, 3, 2, 1, now go, and then doing that. So just keep trying, and eventually you get it into your garage. Now, here is where you sort of just be careful because you want to eventually have the jet at the back of your garage, because as you see when I put it in here, it takes up the thing and you can't walk in front of it. So if it's in the front of your garage, it's going to be a pain, because then you're going to have to walk around it, and you're not going to want that. So you're going to want to put it in the back of your garage. Now do note that the first jet, the one you see there, we're not actually going to keep that. I'm going to get insurance on it, so it's actually going to duplicate, and I'll get more into this in a second here, but the first one doesn't really matter where you put it. Just make sure the second one that I'm going to get, I'm explaining here in a second, does not go at the front, because you don't want to mess up your garage. Alright, so to get insurance on your jet, what you're going to want to do is pick a vehicle to get rid of. So this is the vehicle that you want to pick that's sort of from the back of your garage. Now if it is an expensive vehicle, you may have to buy it over, but I'm telling you guys, you want to make sure your jet, your insured jet, the one that you keep, is at the back of the garage. Now I picked this one at first and I was like, alright, well actually if I pick this one, it's not going to be good, because then the insured jet is actually going to spawn at the front of the garage, and I don't want that, because then like I said, it's going to make everything a mess. I'm going to have to walk around everything. So I actually go back in and pick one of the cars at the very back, but that actually kind of backfired on me. I'm going to explain that, show you guys some footage from that in a second. But what happens is the insured jet is going to actually replace the car that you're going to pick. So that's why it's sort of vital that you kind of want to pick a car that you don't want. I'm going to pick the Buffalo right here. Obviously, as you see, this is the farthest back. This is probably the best spot for it, but it does sort of conflict with that jet right there. But like I said, I'll show you some footage. It was actually kind of funny. But what you want to do is pick the car. Make sure it's the right location. Make sure everything's good. Then you're going to want to drive outside. Once you're outside, you want to make sure this car has insurance on, by the way. First of all, that's the most important thing. You need insurance on this car. Once you do that, drive outside, you want to blow the car up with a grenade, whatever. Blow the car up, and then it will go to the insurance company. Now, obviously, like any other thing, once you blow the car up, you can hit Moore's Mutual, call them up, and then it'll appear in that list to claim. Now, once you do that, you want to get them on the list. You do not want to claim it. You just want that list to be there, and then you're going to want to hop in the jet. Now, here is where a tricky part is. Sometimes when you do this, your jet will actually explode, so you want to be quick on this. But what you're going to want to do is just go forward, so it will take you outside of the garage. Now, right here doesn't show it because I was spamming A, but during this black screen, while that little thing's loading on the bottom right, you're going to just want to hit A. And what that's going to do is during this cutscene, it actually will claim the Buffalo for you. And as you see, the jet obviously cannot fit out of the garage. So as soon as you claim the car, you're going to want to go to start and then go to the Xbox game store, because what that's going to do is normally the jet will explode if you just go out, because obviously it can't get through, and it'll crash and do all kind of other things, and it will explode. So this actually prevents it from exploding. Now if it does explode, then you did it too late, so just leave the game and then come back. Your jet should still be there because it didn't really technically blow up because it wasn't in your garage or out of your garage yet. But if that does happen, just restart and everything, it should be good. Now once you actually get back into the game, as you see, I don't have the jet, or I'm not in the jet, and what you're going to want to do is just walk back in the garage. And then once you're in the garage, you're going to grab any vehicle and drive it out, and then drive it back in. As you see, the jets aren't even there for me, but that's how it's supposed to be. That's all good. So like I said, you drive out and then drive back in. Now the situation I ran into, which we fixed it, but it did kind of suck, because as you see when we go back in, the first jet that we put was the far left. The second jet, we replaced the car at the far back right. So they kind of got together and exploded, as you're going to see. So if that does happen to you, the way I fixed it at least was just by restarting the game and come back in, because as you can see, it does explode, but for some reason it doesn't really count as exploding. I don't really know. I mean, look at that. Like the freaking cars were going everywhere. My friend who came in the garage with me, he spawned. It like put him out of the garage. Like way across the map. I don't even know what happened. Obviously you're not supposed to have jets in your garage, so that's probably why. But as you see, the garage is a mess. But like I said, the way to fix it, just restart the game. It should be, everything should be back to normal. The jets will still be there, and everything should be fine. If that doesn't work, then I really don't know what to tell you. but what does every normal person do after their garage explodes? Take a selfie. So there you go. Now after I restarted my game and came back, as you see, the jets are still a little bit messed up. The cars, that car right there is still a little bit messed up, but at least they haven't exploded, and that's what's good. So what you're going to want to do from here is you're going to walk away, just go away from your house, and then you're going to want to make sure you call the first jet that you originally brought in there. So that's going to be the one on the far left for me, and you're going to just want to make sure I think it's going to be the first one actually in the list when you call your mechanic. And as you see, I just went to the beach because obviously I figured the beach is a nice open spot. Sometimes when you do call your mechanic, he will deliver your jet because he thinks it's a car, so he'll deliver your jet in sort of tight spaces, and he may or may not actually break the jet. But one thing that is awesome is you're going to see the insurance is actually free on this jet no matter what. So that is really cool, and it is helpful because sometimes, like I said, when you're a mechanic or when you're called from Moore's insurance company, they will spawn the jet and it will either break a wing or the jet or the the engine will break or something. So that's awesome. Now as you see right there, my mechanic brought me the jet, and what you're going to want to do, now you can fly this around, do whatever way you want, but you're going to want to blow it up because this jet is not the one you're going to want to keep, and it's just in your garage for nothing until it does blow up, because obviously this one does not have insurance since it is the first one we got. We're going to do that, and that's pretty much it, because now you don't have to worry about that jet. When you do go into your garage, the one that has insurance is going to be okay because it's not going to have to worry about blowing up anything. As you see, I do call the second one right here, and I'm going to blow this one up, and then we're going to call Moore's, and as you can see, it's free insurance, which is really awesome, really great, because now we don't need to go to the freaking military base to get one of these things, which is such a pain, and it's really fun. Although the only problem, like I said, is sometimes when you call your mechanic, he is a little bit on the wacky side. He's not one of the smartest people, and he will sometimes deliver your jet in weird places, but it's whatever. You got to deal with it sometimes. My friend's trying to get the impound because the cops will actually impound your jet if you're in it. You get stuck, but it's all good because free insurance, really awesome. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and hope you guys understand what happened, freaking the strikes and everything. So whenever this does go out, I'm making this, while I'm still sort of, I guess, banned from YouTube. But whenever this does go out, hope you guys do enjoy it. I know some other people may have done it, but I was gonna head this out freaking a while ago, but then YouTube struck. So be looking forward to a lot more videos because I do have a lot of videos already made for you guys since I was not able to post. So look forward to those, like the video, subscribe, all that stuff. Hope you guys enjoyed as always. It's your boy Saintsfan. Peace.